Here in the studio, the Minister responsible for safety on our roads, Edwin Poots. The numbers killed on the roads so far this year are up on last year. Why does the message not seem to be getting through?
Well, the message has been getting through in that in the year 2000 there's 171 people killed on the roads, and last year that number was down to 107. So in terms of the road safety strategy, we have certainly met all the targets that had been set out. Unfortunately, this year would appear to be a rising trend, and there's around 15 more people have been killed on our roads, more than the same time last year.
And you must also be worried about the age profile of those people who are losing their lives on our roads.
Absolutely, and whilst the numbers have come down, the percentages of young people getting killed and seriously injured on our roads has remained fairly constant. So their percentage of road deaths is up towards the 40%. That is something which is very significant because they only account for 11% of drivers, and we do intend to take actions on this.
Well, can you tell me what action?
Well, I have had discussions with driving instructors thus far, and I do intend to introduce a graduated driving licence. Now we're looking at how we can do that and go as far as we can without introducing legislation to the Assembly. So as far as I can act within my powers as a Minister, I would like to do that, to introduce this as quickly as possible rather than wait for legislation.
Fine. So that means that you can do it very, very quickly. It doesn't have to go through the House. What is a graduated driving scheme?
We're looking at a whole series of things within a graduated driving licence, which may include nighttime curfews, which could include not being able to take other passengers under the age of 25. So there's a whole range of things that we would look at. We'd also be testing young people to drive up to 70 miles an hour and replacing the current driving test and putting them through a much more rigorous test than currently is in the system.
And how long would you see this being in place before a driver could drive at night, carry passengers?
Well, that could be 6 months, and certainly if there's any incidents excuse me, within that period, then that could be prolonged further. This will all have to be subject to consultation, but once consultation was carried out, those matters not requiring legislation, we could go ahead and introduce that with the agreement of the Executive.
And you have been in this particular job for a short time. You would obviously like to see this through. So can you see it happening within the lifetime of this session at the Assembly? Absolutely.
It's something that I'm determined to do, to change things in terms of young drivers and make things considerably different and make them more experienced whenever they go onto the roads and more aware of what's taking place on the roads and the dangers that they may encounter.
You may not be their favourite minister.
I think anybody who's saving people's lives and who's preventing injuries is doing people a major favour. And whilst there may be implications for that, what young people do not like, nonetheless, if they're living and they're able to go about without being physically damaged, then I'm doing them something which is significantly to their benefit.
Edwin Poots, thank you.
Thank you.